Hey guys, Eric with Bandit Fitness. Today we're gonna go over the Hoist H8 Functional Trainer. Big performance and compact design is the way that Hoist likes to brand this machine. And you know what? I agree. Stick around, let me go over the reasons why this would be a great upgrade to your fitness room or your home gym. All right, so are you looking for something to increase your abilities in your home gym, or looking for a unique piece to add to your community fitness center? I gotta tell you, this thing ticks all the boxes. It is a corner unit with a functional trainer and a Smith machine. We're gonna get into all of the neat parts of this H8 from Hoist in a minute, but just to kind of give you the overview. Sleek design, aesthetically pleasing, has all of the functionality that you want for a complete and total body workout, and will fit right into the corner of your room, maximizing the amount of space that you have for the rest of your workouts. All right, let's start with the Smith machine. First thing you notice is that these weight horns are a little bit on an angle. Doesn't look like a typical Smith machine. Reason being is that this is dedicated or designed to fit in the corner of the room. So with the weight horns on a 45-degree angle, it makes loading the plates when you're close to a wall much easier and actually accessible. 12 lockout positions, the Smith bar has the ability to stop in multiple places to really start and tailor the right size for the starting of any of your exercises. Safeties you're gonna notice are on the bottom. Can get thrown out the way if you don't want to use them. And if you're not using the Smith bar, it has a lockout position all the way on top to try to keep this above head hitting area. Now, the Smith machine bar weighs 38 pounds to start with. It is 0 degrees, so it's a vertical Smith, which is gonna be different from a 7-degree Smith, and can also kind of change the way that you do some exercises on this Smith bar. Maximum weight is 450 pounds that you can load this bad boy up to. So it's a good bar to use and to be able to progress through a lot of weight. You have the ability to add a lot of strength into this machine. Exercise that you can do with this Smith bar are like common. Back squats. Back squats are gonna be a great way. You're gonna be able to do squatting with the bar straight on your back. You're also gonna be able to lean into the bar if you have bad knees or bad hips. It gives you a little bit of flexibility, being that this is a Smith bar. Bench press is another good exercise that you can do on this. You can drop this down and do deadlifts. RDLs can be a little bit tricky, can get a little bit tight with the motion, but are possible. Deadlifts, like I said. Lunges, split lunges, Bulgarian split squats are another good exercise that you can also do, relatively easy. With a bench, you can do a military press as well, either in front of your face or behind your head. But anyway, people who like to use Smith bars, you want that little bit of safety from the left to right motions and the front to back motions. This is a great, very smooth Smith bar, and it's going to be able to support a lot of weight going into it. Onto the inside, we have these Easy G columns. They stand for Easy Glide. There's 28 lockout positions on these columns, and they have the patented single arm adjustment. Everybody loves a functional trainer. Don't get me wrong. The amount of exercises you can do off of a cable column is quite extensive. Adduction, abduction, you can do rotator cuff stuff, you can do high pulls, you can do bicep curls. We're gonna go through attachments in a little bit so I can show you some of the attachments that come along with the functional trainer that can really open up and expand your book of exercises that you have the ability to do. Now, these cable columns are attached to weight stacks. Standard is 150 pounds per side. For this one, we have ours upgraded to 200 pounds. Each handle goes to one weight stack, and the same thing can be said for the high pulleys and low pulleys. The cool thing about these Easy Gs is that they rotate 180 degrees. This, for all my cool pec fly friends, makes it real easy to get good extension off the front and then get a good pull all the way back. For my adduction, abduction ladies, with it all the way down, hold on, with an ankle cuff, which I'll show, out to the side, back in. You can do it pivoted and flared out if you want to. On top of this, in the right back, you notice that we have weight plate storage. The weight plate storage rack can hold 300 pounds. It's also a great place to put 2 of every weight that you could ever want to use, and quick, easy access to load onto the weight horns for the Smith machine. Last but certainly not least, we have 2 pulleys on the bottom, 2 pulleys on the top. These independent pulleys are set up such that they have a lot of travel. There's about 7 foot of cable travel. Now, you're asking, well, if there's so much cable travel, what's the ratio? 2 to 1, 2 to 1 actually. So there's 100 pounds on one stack, 100 pounds on the other. With one of the accessories, you can put them together. That's a 200-pound lat pull that you can get, or a 200-pound seated row. More than enough weight to get a good, well-rounded workout. All right, let's break down some of the accessories that come along with the H8. First and foremost, well, I guess there's gonna be a bunch of accessory hooks back here. You might not be able to see the accessories right now, but they're all hanging up right back here on either side of me. Also, on the back, we're gonna have a tray for a tablet or phone, water bottle holder, a couple more hooks for storage, whether you have a towel or more accessories later. And then, now, here's the thing that comes with it. So you're gonna get a 2 to 1 connector. So this is a good way to get more weight out of a lat pull and a low row by hooking both ends up to one connector. Other than that, we have what they call the thigh strap. I like to use these primarily for ankles. So flip this around, put it through right around your ankle, hook it up to the functional trainer. You're gonna be able to do adduction, abduction, flexion, kickbacks, a lot of really fun stuff that's really good for leg strengthening. Another accessory that comes with this machine is the assisted chin dip strap. So this is gonna go between the 2 functional trainers. It's gonna have a little slack. You're gonna push it down with assistance. You're gonna be able to do pull-ups right with this strap if you can't do one body weight. Speaking of pull-ups, here we got a beautiful pull-up bar, 2 rock grips, and what you might be saying to me is, you know, it seems a little bit small. I am 6 feet tall, and yes, you're right, this is a little bit short for a pull-up bar. But remember, this machine was built to go in the corner of your home gym. So with that in mind, most home gyms, most home rooms are 8 feet high. This squatty pull-up bar sitting at, I believe it's about 83 3/4 inches, might not be super high, but it's going to allow you to do the functionality within the room, inside the corner where this is designed to go. Other than that, we also have a small aluminum straight bar, great for bicep curls, you know, high pulls. We can do tricep extensions. Anything that you could ever want to do a small bar for, you can do with this. On the opposite side, we have the double bar, nice and wide. It's really good for seated chest press. You can turn around and do seated rows. You could come in here with a bench and do military press. A lot of the older guys around this area in Florida really like to work on their golf game. So working on some of that core rotation by hooking one of these ends up is a good way to get a couple yards on that drive. We have 2 handles, as you see, are gonna have 3 D-ring connections. Speaking of these connections, I'm gonna dive in just 1 second, but 3 D-ring connections so that you can vary the distance away from the starting point, depending on whatever exercise you're doing. Now, cool thing about Hoist is that Hoist does these proprietary connections. These are quick, so making changes to machines is very fast and easy. You can basically do this with one hand. Very cool, very easy, and that also explains why they added these D-rings. D-rings have a flat side so that you can pop these in, and then you can literally hook up whatever you want to, whatever attachment you want to this, and now it's gonna be working right off of a D-ring. All right, one more thing I do have to hammer home. We have set this in our studio. Now, what I've been saying to you from the get-go is that this is designed to go into your house, into the corner of a room, and I am not exaggerating that fact. Right here below me is an 8x8 flooring. So if you can just run a thought experiment with me and make your wall on the edges of our 8x8 floor. Now, the way that these weight horns are set up look a little bit goofy, but that's because if my wall's right here, right behind it, I have the ease of loading my Smith bar. And it's just as easy as that. The wall can be right here, my plate can go on, no harm, no stress, no hitting the wall, no bouncing off of anything. It is completely and utterly designed for ease of use in the corner of your room. The travel that comes with these cables is also right about 7 feet. So in my 8x8 space, I have the ability to get full cable travel. I can work out from the machine if necessary. I don't really need anything more than this. The most thing that I ever want was a bench right in here, 8 foot by 8 foot, and boom, you have a complete gym right in your house. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you've enjoyed listening to me ramble on about the H8. It is a really beautiful machine. This machine will be located at our showroom floor. We are in the Tampa Bay area, so please don't hesitate to reach out, come down, try it out, sweat all over the machine, make sure the machine's a good fit for you, and like always, train hard.